Okay, guys. Um, Good day, and I just hope you can see, you can hear me. Now, this is introduction series of videos to what to a concept that I created, and I called it the market business model. Okay, and this will be series of videos that's gonna introduce you to what the concept is all about, and how you can get yourself acquainted with it. Now, I want you to first of all okay, let me say first of all, we would be going into the basics, which are things that makes up, the foundation, more like the foundational understanding for this concept that I am teaching you. Okay, so I'm gonna need your full attention. Okay, I mean, we're trying to understand what happens on the chart from this top to this bottom. That's a whole price move. Okay, now we're trying to understand that from this high here to this low here, what exactly is happening, what exactly happened, and how could we have positioned ourselves properly. But we wouldn't be able to understand the market business model if we don't understand some basic things. Okay, and that's what we're gonna start with. Okay, so we're gonna start with the basic things, and this would create the foundation for understanding the more complex one as we proceed. Okay, now when you might want to ask, okay, Maxwell, why did you create the MBM? Why is it different from other concepts and the likes? I'm not really here to answer that question, but this last candle here, this swing here, and this swing here, and then this swing low here also. Okay, I was on the chart and I started asking myself questions like, this last candle, the candle, this bearish candle that made this top, I want to know who exactly were selling at that point. In fact, I don't want to know who was selling. I don't want to know why it was selling. I just want to position myself. Now, you would have come across several concepts that would tell you that, okay, the reason why you'd be selling here is because this is a resistance zone. The reason why you'll be buying here is because it's double bottom or support zone. And for a very long time, that's what you've been trading. But then if you ask yourself, you're gonna see this is also a resistance zone, but why did it not hold? Okay, why did this this is support, why did this support not hold? If you look further, you're gonna see this is a support zone, and you're gonna see that it did something you would have called a fake out before dropping. So this fake out would have given you losses already. You would have lost your money before the main reversal. You understand? So all these questions plus the question of at every swing, the last candle that was at the swing, for example, this is a swing high, and if we zoom in, we're gonna see this bullish candle that made this week was the last candle that created that week. And if we look at the high of this candle, you're gonna ask yourself the question of those who why did it sell at that high? If it's true that this market is the forex market is the combination of both buyers and sellers, this whole sell here must have been initiated by a particular seller. This whole buy here must have been initiated by a particular buyer. So my question is, what do these guys know? Whoever is selling here at the very top and buying at the very bottom, what do they know that I don't know? Because I believe if I can know what these guys know, then I would be able to make smart decisions like them. Or if it is not a person who's making the sell here and the buys, whatever it is, I don't care. I just want to come to the market, make my analysis, and make the money. You understand? So I've been asking myself that questions for years, that why do these things not hold? I mean, it's logical to see that resistance zones and support zones would hold. Traditionally, they should hold, but they ain't holding in some context. So I try to look for answers to this, and in my quest for finding answers, I had to let go of everything I've ever known. Every single thing I've ever known. The moving averages, the indicators, the support and resistance, the chart patterns and the likes. I had to let them go so that I could, eventually get answer to the question that's been bothering me. And that was what bet the creation of the market business model, which I'm going to be teaching to you guys. Now, you would need to keep an open mind if you're going to understand what I'm about to show to you, what I'm about to teach you. You're going to need an open mind. You're going to need to have an open mind. Okay? You're going to need to be what's it called now? Flexible. Okay? Now, I know many of you who are going to be watching these videos would have foundational knowledge of the market. Okay? The trend lines and those things, you definitely will have foundational knowledge of the market, understanding candlesticks and the likes. But majority of these things, the way we see them in the market business model is different. Okay? So it's gonna require so much of your attention. And like I said, this is an introduction video, so I definitely won't be going into much details, but I'll be doing that in the next video. So what exactly is the market business model? The market business model is a concept that teaches you the business side of this market. Now, there's been so many concepts around. Some concepts are gonna tell you the reason why you're gonna buy at this low is because there's a support level. But as we can see here, when price came to, I'm just gonna put that stuff there. It's gonna tell you this is your support level, so you should be buying. But if you look at it very well, if we extend this trend line, we'll see that the support level failed. Yes, it was respected, but I mean, this is just a little bit of pullback, because the real intention was actually to calm down. Okay, so it's you can see that there is actually so much questions to be asked as to why did it fail. You understand? I mean, if this is support, it should be holding. Why is it failing? And then we've had situations whereby I'm just gonna clear this from the screen right now. You're gonna find yourself in situations whereby when you draw your resistance line, now many people are gonna tell you, oh, you gotta use the zones. Okay, you gotta use the support and resistance. When I was trading support and resistance, actually, I was using the zones also. And to an extent, it is working. But when you compare the efficiency level over time, it's not feasible. A very good example is, if you're gonna draw this out, you see this is a zone, and you would have anticipated this resistance level holding. I'm very sorry guys, I called this support the other time. It is resistance, not support. Now you would have anticipated this resistance zone holding, but price did not get to it before reversing. If you're gonna look below this, you see the support here, this resistance rather, and you check below it, you're gonna see a support zone there, and then it got broken. Now you're gonna be told this is resistance and this is support on resistance, but why would support become resistance? It means that you don't even sure if this support is gonna hold in the first place. Even if you're gonna say, oh, the support is becoming resistance, you'll still be left with the question of where should you put your stop losses. There are so many things, and because of the dynamism of this market, you can't really say what's gonna be. A very good example is this one here. You can see price came through it, and now you would have said, oh, this is support broken, and you wait for a retest to make it resistance. But you see how price went back up. This is another support that an area you would have called resistance here. See how it got broken. Now you might be anticipating, oh, this is gonna be resistance on support, but you were wrong. See how price gave you a fake out, hitting your stop losses and running down. Now you're gonna ask yourself questions of, yeah, truly, to an extent, this stuff works, but is it feasible? In the long run, remember, trading is a game of data. So for you to ascertain the efficiency of a module, you should have series of data that you've collated, and when you add this data together, you're gonna see efficiency. You know what I'm trying to say now? You're gonna see efficiency. So at the end of the day, guys, you're gonna see that these concepts are really not feasible. They are, over the long run, they are not. In fact, you don't even know for sure if a level is gonna hold. And if you're not sure of something, then why do you do it in the first place? So these are the mistakes and the the wrongs, the errors, the inefficiencies that the market business model is here to correct. Yeah, so that's what it's here to correct. And like I said, you're gonna learn so much. This is the first video I'll be releasing publicly, so I'm gonna need you to pay attention and get your book and your your notepad and your textbook and everything. And now the efficiency of MBM is, I'm gonna whet your appetite. Now whenever you see price act in certain way, can you explain why it is doing that? And if you can explain why it is doing that, can you position yourself as a trader to trade what it is doing? And as you are trading what the market is doing, you're also gonna get yourself protected, so that at the end of the day, if you are wrong, because the market is never wrong, the market will never be wrong. You are wrong. If you are wrong, you don't get whooped too much. Okay, you just risk whatever amount you're willing to risk, and that's all. Now, these are the questions that are answered by the market business model. Another question is the question of the price delivery. How do I know that? You see this last candle here? How do I know this is going to be the very last candle before this reversal started? Those are the questions that will be answered in the market. You can know. Yeah, the market is random and nobody knows what's going to happen next, but the market business model is here to call that trash. Okay? You can know what's going to happen next. You can predict the next candle with a certainty of what would or should or would most probably happen next. Remember, every candle is a combination of series of events, and if we can have these events in view, in perception, we can position ourselves to trade these events profitably. I hope you're getting what I'm trying to say here now. So if we can, if take for example, I'm gonna zoom in right now to explain for you. Take for example this bullish candle, this very bullish candle here. We can know, if now we might not be able to tell how far it's gonna move. In fact, we can tell how far it's gonna move, but at the end of the day, it's still based on speculation, you understand? But we might not be able to say for sure how it's gonna happen, but we can say for sure what is gonna happen. So with the data available to us, we can predict, or we can know that this is gonna be a bullish day. I'm on the daily time frame here. So this would most probably be a bullish day. And how do we know all those things? That's what the market business model is here to show to you. Now, how do I protect my levels? Now, if you're gonna look at the whole swing here, from this low here to this high, and then price coming down, you would notice that this low was protected, and this is what the retailers, the retail trading model, and other guys would call the relative bottom and the likes. But we don't use that in the market business model. you can know for sure that this level would be protected, and you're gonna have your stop loss at the level, so that you don't get spooked out and then price continues your way, like something like this here. You see that this level that would be called the traditional resistance by support and resistance trader. You see how you got spooked out and then price dropped. Now they would call this fake out. Now there's no fake out in the market, as I will be revealing to you in coming videos. You're gonna be seeing for yourself that majority of the things you've been trading, they don't work because they are not efficient for price delivery. It's because they don't just work. They're not gonna work. Okay. Now, if you look at the recent data here, you'd see that we've been having series of bullish price moves. Now, the market business model will be able to show you where the next reversal is gonna be, because if you go to lower time frame, you're gonna see these levels here as resistance level. The trend line, sorry, not resistance, the trend line support system that's been taught to you by your mentors and the likes. And then they can still go ahead to draw lines and show you all those jargons and the likes, but those things don't work. Now we're anticipating price direction, price moving in a certain manner, if it's gonna be bullish more or if it's gonna drop, because at this point price is at a point of decision. In the market business model, we call something POD, point of decision. You're gonna know when price has accumulated enough volume, it delivers. We're gonna talk about those ones, understanding volume, using that to determine volatility in the market. But like I said, this is the first video. I'm just introducing you to what you're gonna see in the market business model class, in contrast to what you've been doing. So you've been in this market for years, and there's really no profit coming out of it for you. You might want to hang around and make sure that you pay attention to what is being taught, what I'm going to be showing you in the market business model. MBM, the market business model. Now there are so many things also, because I'm on the daily time frame, that I can't show to you. We're going to be talking about understanding swing. How do you know that price is going to swing from this low point to this high point and it's going to start reversing from here? How do you know that? And then you're going to swing from this same point down here, or now of course I know this swing is still continuing to wherever you think, or where the price has shown you that the market is going to deliver to, you're going to swing it. So it's a and if you're going to take your position, MBM is all encompassing. Okay, so in the next video we'll be going into teaching the market business model proper, and I'll be revealing to you the table of content. Okay, the table of content, which are the series of topics I'll be discussing that will help you see the market very well. Okay, that will help you understand the market, so that you stop gallivanting around principles that don't work and you start trading and making money for yourself. Because at the end of the day, as a trader, you want to make money. But if you don't know what's going to help you make this money, you're going to keep on doing the same thing and there won't be no different results. I mean, come on, you can't keep on doing the same thing and you'd be expecting a different kind of result. It doesn't work that way. There are so many things that would be revealed to you. Now I deliberately had to do this video separately because I I just want you to make up your mind from here on. If you're gonna continue or you're not gonna continue, you just, change your mind and, keep on doing what you want to do. Or if you're gonna continue with the market business model. And now here there are so many precautions. This thing is not gonna work for everybody who comes across it. Now that's the thing there. But it's going to work for everybody who pays attention to what I'm showing you, and it's gonna work for everybody who listen and follows. That's the instruction that I'm gonna give to you. You go and listen and follow. So the moment you listen and you follow, you're gonna be good. You're gonna be good. It's not gonna work for everybody. It's not gonna work for everybody that comes across it. But for those few among you who are gonna pay attention to what's being shown to them and make it a task upon themselves to practice, to back test it, and also forward test it and trade it for what it is, because of the fact that majority of you are not amateurs. You're already you're not beginners, rather you're amateurs, and some of you are also veteran and the likes. You might want to compare it to other concepts, or you might want to mix it with whatever style you're doing. No, we don't do that here. If you're gonna trade the market business model, you're gonna trade only the market business model, or you're not trading it at all. It's either you're trading MBM or you're not trading MBM. Now, we're not gonna be doing all of those support and resistance stuff, all those other blocks stuff. We don't do that. Okay? We don't even bother ourselves about understanding which POI is gonna hold or not. We know which POI are gonna hold. Yeah. When you trade the market business model, you know which is gonna hold and which is not gonna hold. Because the market is fractal in nature, and the fractality of the market makes patterns happen day in and day out. But not all these patterns that are good for you to trade. That's number one. We'll also not be talking about patterns here. We don't trade patterns, we trade context. Yeah. So as MBM trader, you're gonna learn to let the market speak to you. You're gonna learn to listen to it and trade what it's saying. So make you a market business model trader. So at the end of the day, guys, I'm gonna end this video right now, and I'm gonna start the next video, which I'll be uploading. And I want you to take it as a task upon yourself to for as long as this video is gonna hold, it's gonna be, I don't know, I'm gonna be releasing it one by one and trying to explain everything so that you can understand them. It's gonna be tasking, but it's worth it. And I hope that by the time we are done, or by the time we are done, you understand price and you're gonna do well. Now, please mind you, I'm not gonna release everything. The market business model is a concept on its own. It's a concept, and whatever I'll be releasing to you is what I wish to release to you. I've got mentorship, I've got students in my academy who it is my responsibility to, show them everything. But this is a free content. Okay, now I'm gonna give you what's gonna help you make money. I'm not gonna give you all. I'm gonna teach you how to fish. You're gonna make money from this market. I know you're gonna ask me the question, oh, Chat with Max, if you're not gonna release everything, then why are you doing all this and all? Trust me, the ones that will be releasing would help you make money. And that's all that matters. For you to open the chart, and by the time you'll be closing the chart, you're going out of the chart with the bag. That's all that matters. And if that's gonna be covered in a free content, I think you should be good. You don't make money in this market by the magnanimity of the knowledge that you have, but by the quality of the knowledge. So what I'm giving to you might not be everything, but it is quality enough to give you the money you so desire, to make the profits for you. So you're gonna listen and you're gonna implement. You're gonna be good. By the time you're done with these sessions, you might not even need the mentorship. Now the mentorship would then be like a bonus to you. You would only need it maybe because you wish to there are some of you folks here who you just want to have it all. I'm that kind of person, When I see something good, I want to have it all. Okay, but for basics or for starters, you wouldn't need a mentorship by the time you're done with this free episodes I'll be releasing. Okay, so guys, I'm gonna drop the mic here, and till we meet again in the next class, where I'll be revealing the table of contents, and then we'll be talking about the first topic. Do enjoy the rest of your night.